Okay, it's your number one lifestyle station, City 1051, and you are tuned in and locked in right now. And like we said, just like Tara said just a few minutes ago, this is a very special show because we don't do this every time when we get to open the show with a very special guest. And yes, he's been around the world and back since the last time he was here. He's here right now. He's a friend of the house. You know that kind of relationship whereby you guys are in a relationship, Shabo. You guys have been far apart, but anytime you guys meet, it's lit.
Yes, exactly.
You get? Yeah. We're talking about none other right now on the Super Drive Time show than CKay.
What's going on, man?
Good to have you back, man. Good to have you
Feels
back.
good to be back.
The girl's boyfriend.
Everybody's boyfriend.
Damn.
So first off, like that tag, right? Being everybody's boyfriend. First off, how did it come about? Because you've always been a romantic with your sound.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? Like, even the name CKay, like, it's always just been stuff that people used to say around me. Then it just stuck, and we ran with it.
For real?
Yeah.
It just stuck, and that was it.
Where did it come off of? Like,
I mean, just my friends, like lots of people around me.
So is that like abbreviations of your names? Is that what it was?
So my first name is Chukwuka. So CKay is like, is really. Plus Americans always mispronounce my name.
Mad.
So it's like.
Mad. Okay.
You won't blame them for sticking to CKay.
They switched to boyfriend then.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a switch. Like, I mean,
not switch now.
Like
the tag,
it's more like a slogan or something like that.
Yeah.
Basically same thing. Like,
AKA.
my friends, my fans, people around me, and it stuck, and we ran with it.
The good thing about that is, I remember a few years ago, you had like a listening party or a listening get together. I was there that day. I think Brooke Bailey was there as well back in the day. I think it was like 5 years ago or something. And that was when I noticed the whole Africa's boyfriend thing, or everybody's boyfriend. That thing as concerns your music, the sound. I think it's been happening way before that time, right? I'm guessing way before even Container. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I mean, I would say after Container, actually.
Oh, okay.
That particular line.
Yeah,
but I think the day I'm talking about was the launch of CKay the First.
Yeah, CKay the First. Yeah, exactly.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one, for sure. Big shout out to everybody that was there that day, though.
Yeah, man. Like that was a historical night for sure. Yeah.
All right then. So basically, CKay has 2 new singles out today.
Yes.
Still on the love thingy, and I have questions. Is there someone in particular that these singles are meant for? Is this you? Is it you? Mysterious love? What is going on?
Okay, so how I'll put it is, you see the way we're all in this room right now, and these cameras are here. Yeah. We're basically curating this moment. Like, tomorrow around the same time, I won't be here in this same building, right? But that video still exists. Yeah. You understand? So basically, when I make music, it's like me making a video of a moment, or like me taking a picture of a moment. And even if the picture is posted or the video is, the song comes out, let's say 6 months, 7 months, 1 year after that thing happened, it still happened, and it's like that song captures that thing or that person that happened. So every single song I make is about someone or particular experience that happened at a certain point in time. So yes.
Mad.
There is a story.
I like that answer. And FYI, I won't be here too. I don't work on weekends, so I won't be here tomorrow.
Neither will I. None of us will actually be here tomorrow, but it's okay.
Exactly. So this is a very special moment right now.
Yeah.
That is a one-of-one moment.
One of one. All right. Now the good thing is, I feel like early 2000s, there was a time whereby there was a space for romance in the Nigerian music industry, and things happened, people evolved, the industry itself evolved, but you seem to bring back an old feel, an old type of flavor that a whole lot of people loved back in the day, and you're bringing it back and you're doing it in your own way. Have you had, because we know you can switch, you can do the fast-paced dance type of music, and you can also bring it back and tell a story with your songs, but sometimes have you ever had that moment where you're like, you know what, this love guy, Let's bury him. Let's bury him for good. We're done.
Why? So first of all, why do you want? Do you have so much?
People don't believe in love anymore.
That's the thing.
People don't believe in love anymore. CKay. It's unfortunate.
CKay, dollar is 1-4. There's no space for love.
People are thinking of money now.
Nah, I think that's really flawed way of looking at it.
Yeah.
Like no disrespect, but like I mean, you don't have to look at it like that. I mean, I get you. Dollar is 1-4, but okay, and
there's still room for love.
Nah. I think that's flawed. Also, like, I think the notion that the industry was in a love space now, not really. That's not. There's no such thing as.
So let me give an example with that, right? You can have the biggest song back in the day being a song from Style Plus, for example, or a Plantation Boys, whereby the beauty brand over making that type of music, and they stuck with it most of the time, not every time, maybe 90% of the time. Same with Style Plus, for example, but like over time, you got to see people like, for example, big shout out to them, Mavens, for example, More Hits, the whole feel.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
so
it was different.
Basically, what that is pop music. That's the best way. Is the evolution of pop music. It's like there was a time in the 80s where the production of the pop records, like what the DJs were playing was at a certain BPM. Yeah. Then pace, it changes to another BPM. Then it like pop music evolves over the years. So it does not mean the message of the music is not valid. It's just the format in which it's presented.
I just feel like people didn't tell love stories enough with their songs. I don't know. You're doing it in a different way.
People. So here's the thing: is like everybody who is an artist, is a different person on his own, and they have a different story to tell. I mean, I have so many stories to tell, and in different phases of my life, I'm telling different stories based on what is happening to you in that particular phase. Where I am right now in life is not where I was in life like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Things happen. So many things are happening every day. I mean, I'm meeting so many people. I'm experiencing so many things. I can't make music about what I'm not experiencing, unfortunately. I mean, there was a time I was making music about other stuff, and I'll make music about other stuff too. I mean, when I'm experiencing those things, but I just feel to preserve the integrity of the art, it's important to make stuff about what you're actually experiencing. So if I'm making love songs, it's just because I'm in love a lot. If tomorrow, which is unlikely, all the love in my heart is destroyed, which is very unlikely, then maybe I'll be making music about the price of dollar being 1-4. But I don't feel, why would I just go into the studio and start singing about,
how would you do that?
Dollar being 1-4. I feel music is supposed to make you feel good. Like, isn't the country bad enough?
Yeah, for sure.
That's another angle.
Aren't things bad enough? Why would you want to hear me
singing about 1-4? Everybody knows about 1-4.
You already know, like, when you turn on the TV, turn on the radio, they're telling you already that it's 1-4. My music is to make you feel good, man. Like, my music is to give you some happiness in the darkness you are in. Like, okay, dollar is 1-4, petrol is expensive, blah blah blah. Yes, I know, but
love a little.
Feel good sometimes. Love a little. I mean, life doesn't have to be all negative and darkness and sadness. Like,
I feel you.
It's not that deep.
In the spirit of your new songs, and you're trying to give us something good, something nice to think out of, whatever it is that Nigeria is giving us. I listened to Is It You and Mysterious Love, and I'm like, is CKay trying to experiment here? Is something loading? Is there a storyline to this? Is there, like, were you trying to experiment? That's the first question, especially with the Mysterious Love song. I heard, was it the flute?
Yeah,
there was that. So
that flute is actually a native Igbo flute, which is called the Oja. We have lots of instruments. There is the Ekwe, there's the Ogene, there's Oja.
That was all used in that song, or just generally?
A couple of them. So the Oja was used. The Ogene was used too, but the way it was used is not very obvious, because it's like fused with like lots of other influences. Like there's an E piano there, which is like you don't really hear an E piano with an Oja or with a log drum. that combination of those three elements is not really what you hear. And
common,
for me, I wouldn't even call it experimentation. It's just like basically expressing how I was feeling, you know, like that feeling when you hear it. It's like with my music, the feeling I portray with the music is not just with the lyrics and the melodies, also the instrumentation.
Your theme sound too.
Yeah, like, you know, there's a certain way you feel when you listen to it. Like as much as, you know, you dance and all that stuff, like you are feeling things when you're listening to it. So yeah, I feel the beauty of music and the connection comes when what I'm feeling, you're feeling it too.
And it's expressed and all that.
There's that connectivity.
Mad, yeah.
There we go. Speaking of Mysterious Love, I heard it. The first time I heard it, I liked it. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, right? The first time it's my personal fave compared to Easy Chew. Not saying Easy Chew is not good. I just like Mysterious Love. Personal basis, right?
You know ball.
Personal basis, yeah. And I will not lie, the Oja is kind of hard to ignore, especially at the beginning, right? It was. I feel like it's something that is here to stay, but people really haven't hacked it enough, right? But you're doing this one right now. Are we going to be seeing something like this again, or it just depends on how you feel?
Okay, so I'll tell you for a fact that I have a lot of music ready.
Okay.
And Is It True and Mysterious Love is like, it's just the beginning of
like,
the,
just take this little something.
Yeah, you know, because I've been away for a while. I've been, you know, recording music, taking time for my physical health, mental health, you know, all around. Because I was basically on the road for 2+ years. 2+ years straight. Like, I'm talking straight. Like, you know, I was doing shows back to back to back to back to back to back. Promo interviews, like in different countries, in different cultures, in different, you know, very different atmospheres from this. Back to back to back to back. So I really needed to take some time to recharge myself, because at the end of the day, but it'll be fine. Forget all this thing we really do. You get me?
It's sweet as the money is coming in, but boy,
you know, it's cool. It's cool. I mean, working. You know, for us, you know, people do 9 to 5 and stuff. But for someone like me, it's not 9 to 5. It's 9 to 9.
You know.
There we go.
You know what I mean? So if you do 9 to 9 to 9 to 9 to 9 to 9, even on weekends, especially on weekends, we just have to, sometimes you just need to take a whole time off to really, you know, recharge.
There we go.
Feel me? So so I just felt like I needed to give my fans more than one song. You know, I wanted to give 2 songs, and I wanted, you know, to give a listening experience too, because, you know, Is It True and Mysterious Love are best enjoyed together. Like, if you play 2 of them side by side, you know what I mean, even in terms of the message, you know, it's music about asking questions about uncertainty in love. I mean, when you're in love, there's always that uncertainty. You're never 100% certain. Okay, this person I'm with, is it cheating on me? Is it not cheating? You know,
just have to believe them.
You feel me? Is she cheating? Is she not cheating? Is she the one? Is she not the one? Will we break up soon? Will we not break up soon? You know, everyone asks these questions, even though you don't say it out loud. It's running, you know, it's running through your mind per second. So basically, that's just what it was, and I basically made music to express that uncertainty and that, you know, questioning the love, if the love is real, if it's authentic, and if it's here to stay, you know.
There we go. All right. It seems like you've been in love a lot.
I mean, he said he's always almost in love.
Me too.
No, you haven't, but okay. Mysterious Love, ladies and
CKay right now, let's go.
City 1051 FM, your number 1 lifestyle station.
Tell me you didn't feel that. If you say you did not, then you're a big fat liar. Even if you're as tiny as Casey, you're a big fat liar.
What?
I'm just saying that's the length of the lie you've just told, because that was actually a good one. At first listen, then no, it was good.
It was good. It was good.
Thank you.
Now, the last time you were here, I remember we were talking about Nwantiti, right? Back in the day, and I mean, we all know the story. We know how it went. We know the boundaries it opened, not just for you, but for other people as well, for Nigerian music as a whole. How I knew it was massive, right, was when do you do this thing whereby you follow football a lot and you go on YouTube and you want to watch your favorite player, do it like a compilation of your favorite player, right? So they put the name of the player like Messi 2023 compilation, right?
Yeah.
And they put by CKay next to the compilation so that you know that the song was what was used for the compilation. I was like, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We're having a conversation. Like, this is it, right? We're not talking about Love Nwantiti, but I want you to just touch on that for a bit because, like you said, you've been around the world and back, and it's easy to, in a way, lose your essence because you have a bigger fan base, you have more people to satisfy right now, you've broken boundaries, and you have to satisfy and solidify those boundaries as well. Did it in any way phase you in a negative way, even if it's a little bit?
I won't say it phased me. I mean the consciousness of millions of people tuning in to your feelings.
Yeah.
if I put it like that in an instance is a bit it's a huge one. Like that realization that you have so many people from different cultures, religions, backgrounds, races listening to your music. The question now begs, okay, what do you tell them? You know what I mean? But then the simple way I choose to look at it is when I made Love Nwantiti, it was literally me and my friends were literally in a living room. It wasn't even a studio, and I was literally just making beats.
Yeah.
Then I freestyled the thing, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't even that deep. I was literally just speaking off the top of my head. Like, when I make music, a lot of times, I don't really sit down and start writing it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm literally just expressing how I feel. It's like me doing this interview right now. This is not a rehearsed interview.
It's not scripted.
It's not like we had a conversation behind camera and said, we'll talk about this, and this is how it will go. I'm literally just answering your questions, in real time.
Yeah.
As it is, so
based on your feelings.
Yeah, so that's basically how the song was. So, I mean, I think it's logical that just keep doing that, right? Like, the truth is, at the end of the day, you can never really please everyone. I mean, even if we're being honest, Love Nwantiti when it first dropped did not please everyone.
No,
like, in fact, like I got lots of criticism telling me it was too slow. CKay, we need a club banger. It's slow.
We need container back.
It's slow, it's slow, blah blah blah. Like, really, I feel like me saying it right now, it probably doesn't sound as
intense,
as real to you as it was to me at the time I dropped it. But this is the same record that you're talking about. Broke all these records, did all these streams, was used for Messi, Ronaldo, Kim Kardashian, everyone.
Yeah.
Yes, but that same record was. They told me it was too slow and it wouldn't go. So do you see how ironic that is?
Yeah, I know. And by day, you mean back home?
No, not even back home. Like in Lagos, even at the time, like even my team at the time.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like, nobody really said, "Yo, this is the best song I've ever heard in my life. This song is going to go global." Not one person.
Man.
Although there was like a few people. Like close friends, my manager here, he actually always knew it was a special song.
He's smiling.
My A&R at the time, Shay, his name is Shay. He also really believed in the song, but the rest of everyone, were like, oh, we need a bang, like the definition of a jam.
Yeah.
It was not like the definition of a jam. It wasn't like an instant, we dropped it and all of a sudden everybody was vibing. It took everyone like 2 years, bro. Like, so, but then it was the best thing after fried rice. So I think it's just a thing of just do you, bro. Like, at the end of the day, music is art. I mean, when Picasso was alive, like, how many people were writing articles about Picasso? I mean, it's just like, that's just how it's been all through history. Like, some of the greatest things that are celebrated were always overlooked at first or underestimated at first. So the lesson is just be authentic. Just really, at the end of the day, do you, which is exactly what I'm doing. Like, if I'm not feeling it, I won't say it on a song. I won't. If I didn't experience it, I won't say it. If I experience 100 things and you relate to 2 of them, or 3 of them, or you relate to even 98 of them, that's great.
That's fine.
That's fine. It does not mean that those 100 things are not authentic or they're not amazing. So that's just the way I choose to see it.
So after the big win with Love Nwantiti, those people come back to praise you and say, we were wrong about it though.
I mean, does anyone ever
They're gonna be like, I told you so.
I mean, no one will ever do that. Everybody will always just pretend like they never said anything. But I mean, it's calm, like it's cool. Like,
I mean, you kind of need the criticism in a way if it's constructive. It makes you do better, I guess.
Well,
depending on who's coming from.
I guess.
Yes, I guess so. Because you're not in his head, and he has said it that he's just, with his songs, he's expressing his feelings and all that. Speaking of expressing your feelings, then, when Love Nwantiti blew the way it did you sit back down and be like, okay, I need to think about what's made this song this big, so that the next one will carry such and more? Did you ever think about that, or you're just like, okay, Mado?
There's one thing that made it that big. One very simple thing.
What's that?
People just heard it and felt it. Period. Period.
At a certain time in life, because as we said, it's not when it dropped that it blew up massively.
No.
They cleaned their ears and then they listened to the song again and they felt, okay, no, this was a jam, we slept on it, and then
amazing.
I guess that's what we'll leave it as.
I guess.
I personally feel something, right? And it's fine, you can disagree, but it's something that I've argued, right, with a few colleagues of mine, music execs as well, because some of them have been guilty of the same thing, whereby there's this foreign mindset of when a Nigerian song released by a Nigerian from Nigeria does well beyond the borders, they tend to take it seriously even when you didn't at first, right? Do you feel like it's something that is still happening, whereby you start to take something seriously because other people are taking it seriously who are not you?
I mean, it happens every time. Even like I feel some of the most viral songs out of Nigeria, not even by me, like by other artists, were probably, if you check, maybe they were never number 1 on the charts in Nigeria. It happens all the time. It's not once or twice. So I think that says something.
Now, speaking of Nigeria, you released a banger last year. Was it last year or 2 years ago? Hallelujah. I think it was last year,
it was
right?
Last year.
Yeah. Okay, you released a banger last year, and it was a song that people could vibe to. It was played at clubs. We loved it, right? And it showed another side of CKay that, you know what, I can still give you this part of me way before Love Nwantiti. I can still do this, and it can still be one of the biggest songs in the country, right? And you did it with Black Bones as well, a very familiar face whereby you guys, kind of had history, right? Are we going to be seeing something like that from you guys again? Because it seems like you guys just had a blend on that song. Is that going to be a thing again in future?
We'll see. I don't like to give spoilers.
That's not nice.
But I'll tell you, I mean, we made lots of records. Apart from Hallelujah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I've been making, to be honest, I've just been in the studio making records. Like, some solos, some features. I've just been busy, like all through the past 7-8 months while I was just traveling and recording, with my equipment. I literally be in different countries and I just be working. Come back to Lagos, work, travel again, work. Like I'm literally just working all the time. I mean, resting and everything, but while I'm doing that, is like making the music is like me writing in my diary. Like I'm just working, expressing myself, catching the vibes, and creating great music.
Okay. So you have something with CKay, I mean with Black Bones, but nothing yet. You're not going to disclose it yet. This is something that we might see.
We'll see.
Later this year or something. Is how you've gone very PR immediately. So you got very PR almost immediately. Okay, it's all good. But fingers crossed for that. Are we going to be seeing something else as well as concerns, collaborations? Because we know you do a lot of content, release a lot of music on your own. You believe in yourself and your sound. But is there going to be something whereby CKay is doing a whole lot more with other people?
I mean, I already do have music with other people.
Yeah.
and I always make music with other people. I just don't make music with everyone. You know, like I'm very selective with people I make music with, because I feel, you know, in our industry sometimes collaboration is such a business thing. Like, you know, it's such a
calculated.
It's such a strategy thing, and I feel, you know, music is not necessarily always about strategy. Like, do these two artists actually like each other? Like, are they actually friends? Like, can they stay in a room and, you know,
have a conversation,
vibe and have a conversation amongst themselves, not to even talk of having a conversation with the rest of the world, to listen to that conversation and like it. Do you understand? Like, it's a bit deeper than just carrying mic and singing something and the other person carrying mic and singing another thing. Like, I feel like it's a lot deeper than that. So I don't really make music with a lot of people, but when I do make music with someone, it's because I really vibe with them, and I feel there's a connection, and I feel we have a common ground of something to talk about.
Yeah.
You know, because at the end of the day, making a song is like you're basically talking about something with someone. It's like making a love song with somebody who doesn't even love. How do they happen?
So CKay, you're saying now that if someone who energy does not match with yours has asked you to be on a song, you might reject it. There's a chance you'd say no, I can't be on that song because
there's a very good chance that I might not do the song, and it's not because I have anything against
the
person, but just like
you don't vibe.
Yeah. You know? And if we don't vibe, people will know that we don't vibe. Like, it's not, energy doesn't really lie, you know, like, yeah.
Is it you? Second song of the double that you released. So first of all, why a double, not just a single? Just to whet the appetite for
I wanted to give my fans a lot more, you know, music, because, you know, I haven't given them music in a while. One, and two, I felt the two songs are related, you know, like they tell, let's say one song is part one, Is It You is part one, Mysterious Love is part two. You know, to understand part two, you have to watch part one.
Yeah.
There we go.
So, and apart from that too, on a sonic level, like the listening experience of the two songs is actually, you know, it's actually a really nice experience. And I'm not even saying that because I made it, like, you know, if you listen to the two of them together, you understand what I mean.
All right. Let's go listen to it right now.
City 1051 FM, your number one lifestyle station.
Is it you or is it me? Am I the problem? Let me know.
Nah, this time around are you the one I'm going to wife for? That's going to bring peace. At least that's what he was asking.
CKay, for a love guy, you said something, let me hold you by the shirt. You said, I need a girl to ride. I heard that part. I was like, CKay.
I mean,
CKay, I need a girl to ride.
That's what I need.
That's what you need at that time.
So are we saying that CKay is...
You get me?
At the time, he was, oh wow.
You didn't get it.
No, I got it, but like, now he's gone back and I'm like, oh, really? So it was indeed. So does that mean it's safe to say that CKay is actually thinking about the future in terms of settling down and all?
Wow, when you put it like that.
Wow. Yeah, just straight to the point.
That's such a big word, man.
Intense.
Settling down is a big word. For a love person.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I agree.
Casey, your wedding is sometime this year, so let's,
Yeah?
You're getting married sometime this year.
I mean, so
thank you.
one day.
Yeah.
Is that not something you've given it thought, like,
sure.
ever?
I mean, yeah, it has crossed my mind, but like, you know, one day, I'm not sure what day it
that
is,
would be.
but of course, one day I would like to be, you know, I would like to have family. I would like to be happy, you know, happily ever after vibes, you know, that kind of thing.
Your one day is given in 7 years time.
That's the thing. I don't know. Like, it depends on.
That's one day now.
If I find
No, but like that's long. That's a long time.
It depends on if I find a girl to ride.
In
my peace, don't kill my vibe. It's, you know, it's heavily dependent.
I
on
was
this.
expecting
Lord
that.
have mercy.
And you know.
There we go.
I'm sure they are all over.
I'll
You're
be like,
just the
is
one
it
that
you?
needs to settle
Is
and
it you? You know?
and pick
Is it you?
in the DM and everywhere, I guess.
Anyway.
But, yeah.
2 songs hitting us, right?
Yeah.
Are these 2 songs going to be in a project?
Very, 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 very most. Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yes.
Okay then. And this project is going to come to us when?
Very, very, most definitely soon.
I feel like I know the answer, but let me just ask anyway. What's the name of the project?
Very, very surely, most definitely, I will tell you at the time.
At the time, all right. You dropped the video for these two as well, right? I saw you in driving a car. I think it was for Is It You, the visuals.
Yeah, so I mean, I have a video for Is It You, but that's actually not the...
That's not the main video.
The official video, but the official video is coming really soon. The video for Mysterious Love is out though.
Okay.
It dropped today. So so just watch that one, listen to the two songs, and wait for Is It You video coming real soon.
All right.
Alrighty.
Before you go, I need to ask this question because it's been in my mind. But I've just been finding. I mean, I've been doing this for a while, but I was still struggling how to structure this question, right?
Okay.
But CKay, going forward, your Nigerian fan base, right? Like you said, you've been away for a while. You've come across different cultures, and one way or the other, it has changed your quality of life, thereby changing your music and your sound and your story as well. Is it going to be an issue, or is it going to be a little hard for you to satisfy your Nigerian fan base? Because you said something that Love Nwantiti wasn't first received the way you wanted. Everybody never thought that it was going to be one of the biggest songs ever in the Nigerian music industry, right? And that might happen again, even to some of our faves, some of the biggest that have ever done it in the industry. And nobody's beyond that. Is there a plan for you to maybe not drift too far and also come back home and bring us back with one arm while you still go out and conquer, but also bring us back again? Because that's a challenge in itself. Is there a plan to not lose the Nigerian fan base in the long run?
I mean, definitely I'm in Nigeria a lot more this year.
Okay.
For starters.
Okay.
Yeah, and I always do make music in Nigeria, by the way. Like, for instance, I made Is It You in Nigeria. I made Mysterious Love somewhere else. But yeah, I mean, definitely I'm always making different types of stuff. I mean, like you said, Hallelujah came out last year.
Yeah.
I have a very wide range of sounds, but at the end of the day, I'm still expressing myself, and I'm still a Nigerian. I'll still speak Pidgin in the songs. I'll still speak Igbo in the songs once in a while, because that's my traditional language. I'll throw in some Yoruba there because, I can speak a little Yoruba, a little bit, I'm still learning.
How about Hausa?
I can actually speak a little Hausa because I grew up in Kaduna.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, I am a Nigerian, and that will never change. Even when I'm in the US, I'm hanging out with Nigerians. I'm hanging out with my guys. When I'm in London, I'm hanging out with my guys that are Nigerians, Like, I eat Nigerian food when I'm in US or London, even though it's never as good as the real one.
Home.
Bro, if you not Biam, you not Biam.
Yeah.
If you not Biam, you not Biam.
Yeah, so like, I'm 100% Nigerian. I feel sometimes people have, the perception that I'm traveling all these places. I'm just, but bro, like, I'm literally in all these places looking for jollof rice, desperately looking for swallow, desperately. Even though, like I said, the jollof rice is not so great. So imagine how the swallow will not be so good. So
imagine processed swallow.
You know what I mean? So I'm definitely full 100% Nigerian, and every time I come back, first of all, let's even start with the food. I make sure I top up.
Okay. Let's go.
Before I go out again, like last night, I literally flew in from the US last night, and I went straight to buy suya. Like, that was literally the first thing I did. Like, before I reached my house.
Suya straight.
I said, we need to stop and buy suya first.
Before
Let me make a balance first. Like,
and was it a good one?
You feel me? Oh man, it was amazing.
It has to be.
Trust.
So just because you've talked about sounds, my last question is the whole project and maybe singles that you'd give us. Are we going to hear something new in terms of sound, like another feeling of CKay in the song?
Yes,
that's different.
You'll definitely hear other feelings of CKay.
So there's new sounds coming.
Of course.
Okay.
It's just that I can't give
you don't
everything at once.
I know.
I can't.
That's fine.
Overfeeding go come.
It cause constipation.
That's so good.
But big shout out to you, CKay, for coming through, and it's been a good one. It's been a good one, and hopefully we don't wait too long for the next one. You coming to show love to City FM as well.
Don't worry, I got you.
Definitely.
Like, here 100%.
Let's go, man. Let's go.